Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Speedy brand Ford GT40. I'm pretty sure I'm introducing you to a new European diecast manufacturer in this video. A little bit more about that in a moment. First, have a look at the Speedy in my hands. Obviously the back axle is broken and the wheels are wonky. No biggie, I can fix that up. If you enjoy this kind of video, give this one a like and be sure to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's all for free. I appreciate all my viewers, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you like what you find here and that you'll come back again. Be sure to take the time to leave a respectful comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I'm interested to know, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. You can find this car on eBay. I saw one for about 40 euros. It must have been in better shape than the one I'm holding, but I think I can put it back into fighting trim with a little bit of TLC today. But I'm not going to expend too much effort on these original wheels. You saw how that back axle had broken out and become bent. I'll put them in a bag and save them for another project for another day. But I've got a nice set of upgraded wheels to use on this job. Henry Ford II had wanted a Ford at LeMans since the early 1960s. Enraged after a takeover of Ferrari that went bad in 1963, when Enzo Ferrari pulled out of negotiations at the last moment, Ford directed his racing division to find a company that could build a Ferrari-beater on the World Endurance Racing Circuit. That was the plot of the Ford vs. Ferrari movie, starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale. After a disappointing racing season in 1964, the program was handed over to Carroll Shelby. Shelby's first victory came on their maiden race with Ken Miles and Lloyd Ruby taking a Shelby American-entered Ford GT40 to victory in the Daytona 2000 in February 1965. 1 month later, Ken Miles and Bruce McLaren came in second overall and first in prototype class at the Sebring 12-hour race. The 7-liter Mark II model dominated the following year, again winning at Daytona in February. Mark IIs finished first, second, and third. In March, at the 1966 12 Hours of Sebring, GT40s again took all 3 top finishes. Then in June, at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the GT40 achieved yet another 1-2-3 result, albeit with a controversial ending that you'll need to watch the movie to find out about. I want to point you in the direction of a really good customizing channel called Shorter's Diecast, and if you will follow the link in the description that I provided, you will enjoy all the work that you see done there. So many people helped me out when I was getting started with my YouTube channel, and I'd like you to do the same. Shorter's Diecast. Thanks for checking it out. I'm going to use 2 metallic colors on the GT40 today. The base, because it goes part way up the side, is a metallic black, and the main body color is this metallic silver. Both of them are Vallejo paints that go straight out of my airbrush with just a little bit of thinner. So this look is not straying too far from the original that I picked up in the thrift shop. The windshield is definitely savable, it just needed a little bit of plastic polish. And here I dip it in some pledge and cover it up, and I let that stay at least overnight to set up well. Otherwise, big fingerprints will easily be left on there, and that's not acceptable. Remember how bad those wheels and axles were in the beginning? Here's a set of monoblocks that I like, and I use a straight pin as an axle, which is perfect for this small size scale model. Notice that I put some axle tubes in there, which serve to lower the whole car, and now the new wheels fill up the wheel wells much better. While the paint is drying, I turn my attention to making a couple of new mini dioramas out of coffee coasters. The base is made out of this pine I apply some regular white glue, and the top is a piece of cork already cut to exactly the right size, and I distress the edges a little bit. And I let that dry up overnight. I skip a few steps as always, and these are the three that I came up with, and I'll try to decide which one or all three that I'll use for some glamour shots at the end. The decal application is where I put a little bit of a custom touch on this GT40 that wasn't part of the original, and I've decided just to go with the monochromatic black on top of the metallic silver with a GT40 logo on the side doors and a basic racing stripe down the front hood, on the roof, and on the trunk lid and the back as well. I always put a little channel logo on the bottom so you know where this one comes from. And the exterior detail that Speedy left out simply includes some watered down white paint for some headlights, and with a fine tip Sharpie some red and amber lights on the back. During the disassembly, I noticed these posts were simply way too small for me to tap and drill. So a little trick I do here is I take one of my regular 256 screws and I cut the threads off, leaving just the heads like this, 2 screws front and back, and they are simply going to serve as cosmetic pieces. Everything easily pops back into place. 1, 2, 3, that's how few parts there are in this one. And here's where I carefully put a little super glue. Any over spillage just makes a mess out of the paint, so I'm quite careful here. And I only need to squeeze that for half a minute or so until the glue takes hold. Let's have a closer look. I like the new monoblock wheels on there. They look the part. The black on silver is a sharp contrast, I think. The window cleaned up perfectly well. You see the GT40 logo on the side and some highlighted taillights in the back, headlights in the front. And this one gave me no problems at all. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, especially in comparison to the state of affairs that I started with. Considering that broken back axle, things tidied up just beautifully on this build today. The stance is right, the paint scheme and the pinstripes go together really well. It looks like the classic that it should be. And although it's not exactly the same as the film livery, it's a popular one that I think looks really sharp, don't you? So I decided to use the Ford coffee coaster diorama for a glamour shot, and I had changed my mind. Hey, it's got a history at LeMans, so I think I'll put it on there too. They both show it off pretty well. By the time you're watching this video, this and all of my fall season cars have gone to my wife's office as part of their Christmas toy drive, and it'll become a gift for a little boy or girl. Thanks for visiting today. I wish you a great week. Take care of each other and drive carefully. It's coffee time.